It's me, Meg Freak X3 here, and today I'm going to do part 11 of my playthrough of Dragon Age Inquisition. And at the moment, we're actually going to go around, and talk to the companions. If not, they do feel lonely. They feel abandoned. Here you have this.
Have you heard of the new procedures coming out of Orlais? A hole drilled into the skull will cure most ailments. Imagine not to be dependent on
How
magic.
is that healthy? Oh my god, I'm sorry. But who in the right mind would think that is progressive in any sense of fashion? At least people nowadays. Not people like, I don't know, 100 plus years ago to 50. Kind of glad I live in today's world where we actually, at least somewhat think logically. But yeah, after I
There
go
you are.
around
I've been looking
talking to
all
the
over for
companions,
you.
we're actually going
You're
to do a
just in
side.
time. We almost had to
I
start
won't
without
say it's
you.
part of the main story, but it's an optional assignment and you can do of whoever is in charge of either the Red Templars or the Red Magi. Now, since I chose the side of the Templars, we had to do with whatever her face is. I know she is in Samsung, but yeah, we're going to do the optional story quest line under her skin. Well, of course, after this.
What exactly were you starting without me now?
That'll not be something
I
illegal.
found her, Ruffles. Deal her in.
I do hope I recall the rules. It's been ages since I've played a game of Wicked Grace.
Grab a seat. We're ready to start.
Are we playing cards or what?
Are 3 drakes better than a pair of swords? Ugh, I can never remember.
Seeker, remember how I said, don't show anyone your hand? That rule includes announcing it to the table.
There's a crown on his head, but a sword too. His head didn't want either.
Don't talk to the face cards, kid.
You seem to have enough people. I have 1,000 things to do. Losing money can be both relaxing and habit-forming. Give it a try.
Curly, if any man in history ever needed a hobby, it's you.
Dealer starts. Oh, I believe I'll start at... Oh, 3 coppers. Do you think that's too daring?
Lame.
Maybe I'll make
Boo.
No. Boldness. 3 it is.
Seriously, who starts at 3 coppers? Silver or go home?
Sounds good. I'm in. Bolder the better, right? I'm in.
Me too. Well, are you in?
Of course. Deal me in, Josephine.
Oh, wonderful. I'm glad you're joining us.
Ante up, Inquisitor.
The poor recruit ran out into the dining hall in nothing but his knickers. And this profound silence fell over the hall as 70 mages and 30 Templars all turned to stare at once. Then, a slow round of applause began and spread until every soul was on their feet. A standing ovation.
What did he do?
Saluted, turned on his heel, and marched out like he was in full armor.
He did not.
Good man.
You're shitting us!
That's how you know it's true. I could never put that in a book. Too unlikely.
I've got one for you. So, my kith was hired for a simple caravan escort in southern Navarra. 12 days of walking alongside donkeys and men who smelled like donkeys across flat nothingness. Chakrakar turned to the donkey and said, "We'll let this go, if you will," and walked away.
Not bad. You don't mind if I steal that one, do you?
Well done.
You ought to tell stories more often.
I like the part with the rabbit. There should be more rabbits in stories.
That was scandalous. It would ruin the Inquisition if anyone found out. Tell it again. And the dealer takes everything. I win again.
Deal again. I figured out your tells,
Don't do it,
Lady
Colin.
Ambassador.
Commander, everyone knows a lady has no tells.
Then let's see if your good fortune lasts one more hand.
I'm not losing any more coin to Josephine, but I've got to see this.
Don't say a word, dwarf.
I tried to warn you, Curly.
Never bet against an Antivan, Commander.
I'm leaving. I don't want to witness our commander's walk of shame back to the barracks.
Well, I do.
It comes off. I didn't know it came off.
I'm sorry.
I'm glad you decided to join us tonight. It's too easy to mistake you for the Inquisitor.
I enjoyed this.
See? That's what I mean. It's easy to forget you're not just an icon or symbol. Like those statues of Andraste holding bowls of fire. At least it is for me. You up for another game when this is all over, Inquisitor?
Every time I play, I increase the odds of winding up like Cullen.
You're never more alive than when you're about to lose your pants, my friend.
Who's that? Did I win?
Need something? Or are you just here to admire the dwarf?
Okay.
Carry on.
Somewhat off color today, Inquisitor? An excess of bile, perhaps. Might I bleed you, or offer a herbal tonic?
How is that any good idea? Also, I'm not too fond of leeches. They're really creepy.
Someone I knew once described adamant to me. Adamant is, and always will be, the Order, he said. A guardian on the edge of the abyss. The lone soul that stares into oblivion and doesn't waver. That's what Warden Commander Clarel tried to be. Well, they all tried to be. I'm told her wardens never wavered. They went to their deaths willingly. They died for us. And Corypheus twisted their sacrifice to make it his own.
And that's why he has to die.
You'll
If
get
you
no
hear me
argument
there,
from
but,
me.
you know.
There's no one to blame but Corypheus.
Everything dies. You
Even
just need to
Clarel's
find a way to
intentions
kill
were
it.
righteous. Her desire to protect was so great it led her astray. It's not right. To want to do good, to be good, and have that turned against you.
Don't think of what went wrong. Think of their intentions, their sacrifice. Honor their selflessness.
Clarel made mistakes, but she was a great woman. And she died a great woman. It's not the armor or the trappings of the Order. It's not the joining. At the heart of it, all a warden is a promise. To protect others, even at the cost of your own life.
Okay. By the way, once again, sorry for the background noise. It's my neighbor that lived above me. This person is always noisy.
You're
always walking around it. God, ungodly owls in the bloody morning. Ugh. Sorry. I believe we
have remarkably
this is
little
where we
here
get
on early to
the
winter history.
wartime, war table quest line.
All these gifts to the Inquisition,
To
and
look
the
up
best they can do is the Malefica Imperio. Trite propaganda. But if you want 20 volumes on whether Divine Galatea took a shit on Sunday, this is evidently the place to find it.
Oh, I'm sorry to disappoint you.
If I knew what you were looking for, I could help you.
You? I rather doubt that.
Because I Konali?
I apologize. That was unworthy. Did I see something by Genitivi here? I could have sworn.
What is this about, Dorian?
When everyone returned, they told us about your tumble into the Abyssal Rift. You went into the Fade. Physically went in.
Second time, I believe.
All right.
It was like walking in a nightmare, but everything was real. I couldn't...
The Fade is an ordeal under normal circumstances. To be the only real thing there, beyond description. That you made it out at all is a miracle. You do realize this feat hasn't been performed in over 1,000 years. Corypheus and his contemporaries entered the Fade and began the Blights.
They were the one to make Blights because of it.
You're right. I was fortunate.
Indeed. Although there is cause for concern. If you can walk in the Fade, others will try to follow.
Oh, that's encouraging.
Not all of them will be as lucky as you. What they could unleash. My advice? Keep this quiet. Let them speculate. Too many will see this as a challenge.
That's a good idea.
There are enough idiots in the world who think if they just use enough blood magic, their problems will vanish. It's exactly the sort of thing I want to stop back home.
Yes, because blood magic can solve everything.
This I don't need. What I do need is a copy
sunshine
of the
and
Liberanum.
flowers.
I'll wager I can find Corypheus' real name. If I can prove he was a grasping ankle-biter with no family to speak of, the luster would come right off. Wish me luck.
Good luck, then. Okay, there we go.
Greetings.
Okay.
Goodbye.
Oh yeah, before I mention everything, I did do that that one mission that isn't that one side quest that I was trying to do last time. I just did it because of the experience, nothing else.
Inquisitor.
Oh yeah, I need to do that.
Inquisitor? If you will.
Inquisitor.
Is there anything you need?
Of course. Another time.
Inquisitor!
Fine day for you.
Are you sure?
Still waiting to go get that reward for marching through Vashel. Got something against free money?
I'm probably
not
gonna
ready
do
to
that
go just
in
yet.
maybe a later pod if that alright with
Only
you
so long
guys.
it'll stay hidden.
Again. Again. Come on!
Oh my god,
This is why the Qun doesn't like women
oh my
fighting.
gosh.
I should have asked Cullen.
Cass has a double gang on.
Qunari training exercise to master your fear. Been a while since I needed it, but that nightmare demon was... big.
Can you explain why I'm supposed to hit you with this stick?
Probably, if I try. It'd involve a lot of Qunari words, though. Just hit me with the stick, all right? I need to get over this demon crap.
Oh, fine.
All right.
There we go. Oh, yeah. Damn demon. Who's stuck in the fade, huh?
That nightmare wanted to tear you in half.
Not a chance. Piece of fade, piece of crap. And who killed you? That's right. Iron fucking Bull. I needed that. Thanks, boss.
Didn't know you liked it that rough.
Only from you, boss. Only from you.
You also do have to do a judgment again.
Inquisitor.
So let's do that quickly.
Inquisitor. Another of the lingering pains of adamant, your worship. Sir Ruth is a senior warden of the Order. She was one of the many who slit the throat of another to bind a demon. In fact, she surrendered to us. She requests no mercy. She wants the public justice of the headman's axe.
I am confused about this.
You were free to rejoin your comrades, and yet you present yourself here.
There is no excuse for my actions. I murdered another of the Order. That blood marks me more than the Blight ever could.
Accepting their actions while thralls of Corypheus, many treaties allow wardens any extreme if it opposes the Blight.
I can't do it. I can't use the greater good to justify my crimes, as if it would create a future I could be a part of. It is wrong that this broke me. I've done worse with full sanction. I can do nothing except be an example of the cost.
Nothing brings out
I'm
fear
sorry,
and
but
pity
she
like
had
a
no
criminal
control
bound for the
over
mind.
her actions. She was mind controlled
Have Sir
over
Ruth put in the stocks, then serve her sentence at hard
darkspawn
labor.
magistrate
If it serves as a warning,
creepy hybrid.
I go willingly.
So there's literally no point of her being, you know, accountable of actions that she cannot control.
Inquisitor? If you've a moment.
But yeah, let's start that story side quest under her skin. I know there's one similar to Sandstorm if you side with the mages. I do believe we go to Little Leona now, if I remember correctly, but it's been a while since I actually did the temple route, so sorry if this isn't as fresh in my mind.
Your worship. I need a moment of your time.
Always get turned around. There we go.
Have we smuggled the other memory crystal into Calpurnia's camp?
Calpurnia, that was her name.
Here.
Even honey can't sweeten Philandris. I'll keep trying. You are no slave, Linnea. I'll add another spoonful myself, later.
I hope this link doesn't go both ways.
Dagna says not. Besides, the conversation happened days ago. While
Oh,
I found
that's
that
good.
interesting, this is what you must hear.
Master, forgive me. I didn't expect.
The time for your ascension nears. Tell me of your preparation.
They go well enough, although I'm distracted here. If I could train at the shrine.
Only Dumont's faithful may enter. Continue as before. Or would you see the Imperium's rebirth stalled by your lack of focus?
I will be ready. As the vessel, and Tevinter's champion.
Ah, great.
Just how much training does becoming the vessel involve?
Another deflection. Why, a dwarven bauble, as if mine was miraculously returned to me. Let's give your new owner a glimpse of her fate. Venatori, we leave.
That is all the crystal recorded before she found it. But I think it may be enough. A shrine to Dumat, Corypheus said. Where Calpurnia is forbidden to go.
Enlighten me.
Who is this Dumat the Corypheus mentioned?
An old god, worshipped in ancient divinity as the Dragon of Silence. He was the first to
Makes
rise
sense how
as
I
an
didn't recognize the
and bring
name
the blight.
right off.
Truly a god fit for Corypheus.
For you guys that don't know, that eventually used to oh, no way. It has just a cliff note portion, by the way.
I'd bet Corypheus has something in that shrine he doesn't want Calpurnia to see.
I agree. There is much to gain here. Whatever Corypheus hides from his trusted lieutenant should be illuminating. Let us investigate this shrine. Carefully. I doubt Corypheus has left it unguarded.
All filled with traps. Okay, so it looked like I was wrong. I need to go to the war table and do that, but unfortunately Literally Honors is on a mission, and because I don't have any mods installed, since you know I'm not on PC, it might take a few hours.
There is something I wish to discuss.
But still doesn't mean we can, you know, still have fun, find something to do. We can go here now. Oh yeah, by the way, I'm not sure when I can I'm not sure when I'm gonna play the DLC. Well, mainly because it's it's not necessary, but it is required that to put it simply, it's required a person to be higher leveled, like at least like level 20. Especially with oh gosh, that one Jaws of the Blank DLC, names I cannot pronounce to save my life.
Inquisitor.
The DLC I'm talking about kind of had to do with finding the resting place of the original Inquisitor of the original Inquisition. Where's that Elysian Night? Let's figure that out. Demon. I'm sorry, I just remember the funny part with that one quest. I am not the choice being not a demon. I am sorry. Actually, I believe there he is.
No sign of trouble at the moment.
Michel de Chavannes, I know your story. You were disgraced and banished from court for treachery.
There's much more than that, but it ends the same way.
Like I said, Cliff Notes.
Despite all, I have a strong arm, a stout heart, and I still serve Ole.
I need to know more about Imshael.
A desire demon, more cunning than anything I have encountered. And I have played the game. Imshael has roamed the land for some time. If anything, he will have grown in power. Why he is here in Emprise de Lyon, however, is anyone's guess. Perhaps he has gained the cooperation of the Red Templars, or vice versa.
What's in Suladin Keep?
Red Templars, so far as I can tell. Suladin is an elven fortress, left to crumble. The locals always avoided it, believing it the haunt of ancient elven spirits.
You know where the demon is. Why wait?
I am but one man. Suladin Keep is guarded by Red Templars. While I would happily give my life for this, I would not give it in vain.
Good choice. You're actually thinking. I wish both people have your brains.
No sign of trouble at the moment.
What's in Suladin Keep?
Red Templars, so far as I can tell. The locals always avoided it, believing it the haunt of ancient elven spirits.
Okay.
Don't let the Inquisition gain ground. Kill them all.
Sick music.
All clear. Make a smile upon you.
Same old.
Inquisitor. If the Red Templars attack, we'll see them coming.
Snow's melting around the red lyrium.
Varric's little friend did discover that lyrium is a living thing.
Which, if you ask me, would probably be important in the next game or two.
Ah!
And all this red is clouding my eyes. I have a feeling Solus would like a heal. Just call it a hunt and nothing else. Okay, let's on the round veil.
The herald.
Actually, I found it quite interesting that even if you do side with the Templars, you still have to fight them in this area.
We should not stay here too long.
I would have probably never guessed that, Vivian. You know, personally, I think Vivian is probably the, well, if you plan on starting off, I would probably recommend having Vivian, since she is, okay, I won't say the, what's it? Enchanter Knight or OP, but it's a little bit. Also, everything. Yeah, it's like had a really bad problem with Templars.
to report, sir.
Nugs are kind. Almost everything is bigger than they, but they're still happy. If you hold out your hand, they will nuzzle it. It's how they call you friend.
Remember, Inquisitor, the harmless-looking ones are always the most dangerous.
Nugs aren't dangerous.
I was not referring to Nugs. I would prefer not to linger. Press.
know, you might need to throw a grenade or something.
Let's take a look.
But yeah, like I was saying about Red William, I wouldn't be surprised if it's play a big old role in the next Dragon Age game. Especially we know that it's it's quote unquote alive end quote. Oh my gosh. I need to get my glasses.
Blackwall would have liked to have been here for this.
I cannot tell if those are dark spawn or not. Really?
So, ma'am, the Warden mages at Adamant, they don't have to be part of the Circle?
No. The Grey Wardens are free of the confines of the Circle, so they may battle the Darkspawn unfettered. Some mages who chafe at the Circle's constraints actually hope to be recruited.
Not you, though.
Darling, my interests lie in the Circle and the Court. The Wardens are irrelevant to both.
Well, after seeing what they did with blood magic, a nice strong circle looks pretty good.
Do you think this? Okay, that was kind of cool. Yeah, too bad that didn't, that kind of caused later on for some inconvenience, but bloody Andals. Ugh. You know, I really didn't, I did like Andals, in Awakening, but his character went really downhill in Dragon Age 2. I'm sorry, if I wanted someone who was whining a lot about things, obviously, I mean, complain about things 24/7, all the dialogue, I might as well go on bloody Tumblr.
Nothing to report, sir.
I mean, trust me, I really did like Andal's character back in Awakening, but it just, the way they handled it in Dragon Age 2 was not for the best, if you ask me. Yeah, if I remember correctly, I think like Awakening was like over 10 hours long, which by today's standards is a rarity. Well, at least when it comes to DLC.
Hold on, Paul! Hold on, Paul!
What the? Dang it, they're doing it again. Seriously, if I want wandering companions, I would have just did this guy. No, I just had to have companions that basically anything that they want to kill, they kill it. I will further than that. Maybe I don't want to go into fighting. I hope it's dead.
More red lyrium. Charming.
I gotta say, when I first started playing Dragon Age Inquisition, I thought I wasn't really fond of Vivian's character, but after being with her through like going on 4 playthroughs now, I actually think she grew on me. Like every character, I mean, enemy that has a name, but even in it is a pain in the butt. Oh, pardon me, I'm sorry. By the way, for people who are wondering what happened to my Skyrim playthrough, I'm currently taking a break just for some personal reasons. Also, I'm still looking for a better, I see you there, you stupid red temple. I'm trying to find a better recording, software for recording. So if you have any suggestions, let me know. I'm actually talking about recording devices for the PC, by the way. Weaklings. Is that all? Bloody goodness. You know, despite Dragon Age Inquisition being significantly different from the previous games, I gotta say, some people really don't like it, but you know, if you ask me, at least it's still better than Dragon Age 2. But you know, I understand because it only had like more or less a year development. It felt like they put it just was two it felt like 3 different games into one game. But keep in mind, I actually played through I think Dragon Age 2 like 2 times, but it could have been better. So, you know, I'm not dissing Dragon Age 2, I'm just saying that, you know, it could have been better. long time no
Bad
see.
news, Herald. Your efforts to drive off the Red Templars have not gone unnoticed. Imshael knows we're here. He sent Red Templars after me, and a pack of shades descends now upon Sarnia. The people are defenseless. I must return without delay. It's up to you to destroy Imshael.
It's just save this really fast because I'm just very paranoid. Worst door ever. At least, you know, make it stronger and maybe put some spikes on it.
Lovely. Watch your step, darling.
Oh my gosh, that's a giant. How did they get a giant into that little cell? to talk about in this one for our lives. Seriously, can someone please explain to me why a giant is there? Or is this one of those situations that we just have to accept and not question it?
Do you hear it? Don't listen.
It's popping.
Do not let them succeed.
It creeps into your thoughts, humming.
I'm pretty sure it would not follow us. Hopefully. Oh, that was interesting. And this bloody maze. Not so in a good way.
You were happy at the Winter Palace, Vivienne.
Your point, demon?
You were still sharp, but happy. Golden, glittering, everything gleamed. Rules that let you win.
One does not wish to brag.
That's why you're happier being a noble than a mage. You fear demons, not people.
People can only kill you.
Gown perfect, shoes perfect, hat perfect, staff a symbol, not a weapon. My room, my people, mine.
Out, please.
What do I need to get away from me? Giant repellent? At this point, I might need to get a restraining order for that giant. Got too much rubbery. Lovely. I kind of like how in this game you can actually revive your party members. I thought that was a nice touch and makes things a lot more flowing when it comes to the battle. And maybe less stressing too. Thought there was one. Now I'm not gonna go too much into the backstory of this quote end quote choice spirit, aka demon, that I like to poke fun of. There's actually several different hilarious outcomes, responses you can do, especially when you have cold asshole. I am sorry.
Ah, the hero arrives. But is it hero or murderer? It's so hard to tell.
You're the demon called Imshael.
Choice spirit.
Talky ones. I hate the talky ones.
Wait! These are your friends? They're very violent. It's worrying. True to my name, I will show you that you have a choice. It doesn't always have to end in blood.
Do I have the choice to kill you?
Talk.
Oh, you really shouldn't talk to these things, darling.
Simple. We don't fight, and I grant you power. Shower you with riches.
You
Virgins. Your pick. Then we all live happily ever after. Well, not all of us, but who's counting?
Nah, I'm just going to kill you. That's my choice.
Alpha. Choice? Spirit. If you won't be smart, be afraid.
Now, this quote and quote, choice spirit will be, playing different types of, demons. inevitable now. To die.
Gone. The demon is finally gone.
He's not gonna make it, boss.
Too much red. All through him. He's dying.
Why was the demon here? Working with the Red Templars?
A garden needs a gardener. Nurturing gentle hands. Directing the change. Not too fast. Not too slow. Just right. Has to be just right.
I see. Perhaps red lyrium growing wild is of no use.
There's nothing I can do for you. I'm sorry.
Imshael. He said he could take the red out. If I said yes.
Imshael could have saved you?
He liked to watch the agony. He liked to play.
So basically like a cat playing mouse.
Consent and live. Deny and be consumed. Oh, but what he wanted. No. Anything but that. I chose the red. I chose.
Oh. Yeah, another soul we cannot save. You know, with this whole the only reason red lyrium can be made is by people. I'm kind of glad some of that quote-unquote dark fantasy that was originally was placed in Origins is still about. I just kind of wish they go back to that in the next game, but no.
Ah, your worship, welcome. I am Baron Edouard Desjardins of Leeds. I am pleased to meet you. Ambassador Montillier speaks highly of you.
You seem to know Josephine quite well.
Oh, yes. Yves Montillier, Josephine's father, is an old friend. We used to hunt together. I watched her grow up, you know. Such a clever girl. She could charm wolves to dance with hares. I am gratified to see the Inquisition has not overlooked her talents.
What is your role here, Baron?
Merchant. And of course, I will oversee the forging of relief.
Any news, Baron?
Perhaps you haven't heard about Judicael's Crossing. The Red Templar's activities caused a catastrophic bridge collapse. Our operations seem...
I shall take...
Oh, pardon me, I'm sorry.
Now supplies for worship.
Nothing to report, sir.
My maker, know my heart.
They were hurting and we helped. Their lives are better because of us.
We got more ravenous wolves. Somehow I want flame swords. I don't know.
No sign of trouble at the moment.
It's done. The demon is dead.
It is finally over. I wish I could have heard him scream, but Sarnia is safe. It is a good day. Now I find myself free to choose a new direction. I would be honored to serve the Inquisition, if it will have me.
The Inquisition welcomes you, Michel de Chavannes.
I shall return to your outpost to await further instruction.
Got an eye out.
5 minutes without killing wolves. If I wanted to kill wolves, I would just play Skyrim. Most self-aware NPC. You shall not pass. Sorry, Lord of the Ring reference if you guys didn't get it. And blame my mom, she got me into fantasy in the first place. Because of Lord of the Rings.
Hey, you need me?
I'd like to talk in private.
All right. What's going on, boss?
We need to talk about what happened between us.
Oh, that. Sure. What's on your mind?
Nobody has ever done that to me before. I enjoyed it.
Of course you did. Ben Hasrath training, remember? Grew up learning to manipulate people. When it's a hostile target, you give them what they want. But when it's someone you care about, you give them what they need.
So if I agree, how does this work?
Outside this room, nothing changes. You're the Inquisitor. You're the boss. I will never hurt you without your permission. You will always be safe. If you're ever uncomfortable, if you ever want me to stop, you say Kato, and it's over. No questions asked.
It's a little unnerving that you have this down to a system.
Systems are comfortable. And my goal is for you to get very comfortable.
Take me.
Can do.
Your worship, I need but a moment of your time. Inquisitor, if you will.
I was hoping you'd be by. We've received letters from Archon Redanus of Tevinter and King Marcus of Nevada. For both monarchs to come to us is nearly unheard of.
I assume that means they both want something very badly from us.
You're quite correct. Archon Redanus requests that the Inquisition, as a neutral party, destroy a Venatory cult on the Nevaran-Tevinter border. King Marcus asks the same, but demands we pledge allegiance to Nevara instead of Tevinter.
Great. Politics.
What course of action would you take if you were in my place?
Strained as their relationship with Orlais is, I would assist the Imperium. Their friendship is difficult to win, and Marcus is a fading power. Tevinter is the longer, richer gain.
Oh, yes.
Inform King Marcus the Inquisition will wipe the Venatori from his borders.
Very well. It will be done.
And sorry for accidentally tapping on the desk.
see what we have.
Well, guys, if you ask me, I think that's enough for tonight. I hope you guys enjoyed part 11 of my playthrough of Dragon Age Inquisition. I hope you guys see you guys in part 12. Anyways, have a nice rest of the evening.